cloned song, which
right.
was intended to be, of course. But it was good. My favorite thing I was doing was working with the late great Fergie Fredrickson, and he was awesome. He was the second singer of Toto.
Yep.
And he's from Minnesota, actually. I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Oh wow.
So we have
a lot of talent here.
We were cutting his
on,
demos for, he was doing a solo record. And he was going to record it at our place. We were just doing the demos, but then we started just working on stuff together, singing and I've got some cassette tapes. I got to find them. A few songs. We never like finished them, but and I, now that he's gone, it'd be kind of cool to find those and finish them.
I mean, you have a cassette tape player?
Yeah.
For those of you young people that are watching.
Well, and we recorded everything in DAT.
Yep.
Which was just a very microscopic
digital audio.
Tape. But it
was just a cassette that lasted 3 hours instead of 45 minutes.
Right. And it was like, there's digital. What's that?
Right.
You got no a DAT? Oh my God, you're not worthy. It just one of those things. But you worked with a lot of really cool people. I mean, really cool people that
I forgot about a lot of them. And it's, it was just fun. I like making music. It's fun being on the creative side of it. And I learned it all when we were doing our second Brass Kitten record. I learned a lot on the first one. I would, again, being a sponge, trying to learn, the board and all this stuff. And Dave Kent, who was an engineer, and he worked on some of the Skid Row stuff. And I think he did work with Prince a little bit as an executive guy, not real hands-on. But he worked with Queensryche, and
look at the shirt.
There you go,
Mrs. is wearing.
And he was really good. So I learned a lot, just from him. And
did you go to that Jeff Tate show that was there a couple months ago?
I did not.
We did. Gene, myself, Stacy went. It was one of the greatest shows I've ever seen.
A handful of years ago, we opened for the Queensryche without Jeff Tate. The Medina.
Did you? Oh, did you?
The Medina,
At the 7th Street entry. No.
And I got to tell you, I watched videos on YouTube of Queensryche without Jeffrey Tate, the
new singer. Yeah, he's really good.
He's really
he's great,
good, and he's great. But it's not Jeff Tate. And then when I saw the Jeff Tate show, I was like,
it's like if a guy sang Led Zeppelin songs without it being Robert Plant. I mean,
the new guy, he's got the
100%.
Wait.
100%. 100%.
We just did that. What did you miss?
Oh no!
He just said, "Hey, Mom."
Yeah, I just dissed him, but
Really?
if you didn't hear that,
I did hear it. I agree. I agree with you.
But it's like one of those things. It's like no one can mimic Jeffrey Tate. I mean, there's people that can try.
Lance King comes pretty close.
He's close, but it's like there's something about Jeffrey Tate's voice that is just unique on its own. And watching that show, I was
it's all his
blown away.
But what was the craziest thing you heard? Remember, the craziest thing you heard that night was that he's how old?
66. Yeah, 66.
That's it.
No, he's 66. He's like closer to 70 than he is 60,
and he can sing like that.
And he can still sing like that.
Saying like he's 38.
But that's like the guy that we had on earlier, Matt Vernon,
who I played hockey with.
Yeah. So Matt, it gives me a text one day, and he's like, "Hey, are you at the show?" I'm like, "What show?" He goes, "Judas Priest," and they played at the Armory. And he goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "Rob Halford still has it."
Oh, yeah.
And he's like right up front. He wiggled his way up front and he's recording it. And I'm listening to the vocals going, this is classic Rob Halford. I mean, the guy hasn't missed a beat. And Jeffrey
just only in a step.
Yeah. He's older and he's like 70 as well. Yeah. But Jeffrey Tate was just like that, where it was like, man, the vocals, he may not have been able to hit the super high stuff.
I think he still
can relate
did, but
after 2 hours of singing, I was floored.
Yeah.
It was so good.
No, it's amazing how some of the guys still can do it and some can't at all. It just depends on
how well they use their voice.
Right. If they learn to sing properly. And thankfully we had a vocal coach that approached us in Florida during Brass Kitten days when we were touring, and he basically taught me how to sing.
Now, did you do singing lessons?
I did. And it was kind of funny. This guy comes just average looking guy. He was, I don't know. He's now passed. His name's Ron Feldman, but he's like, hey, you got a great voice. He said, but you need to learn how to sing. And I'm like, cocky 20-year-old kid. I'm like, what's this for you guy?
Fuck you.
And so he's like, no, seriously. He goes, I've taught a lot of the big ones. First one's for free if you want to come over. I'm like, well, okay, thanks. And I got his number, and I'm like, why am I going over to this guy's place alone? So I had the rest of the band come over, and we walk into his house. He's got gold records. Oh,
wow. Yeah.
Who
You're
is
like,
this guy?
yep.
His name's Ron Feldman, and Janie Lane lived with him.
Wow.
And so he basically taught Janie how to sing. Janie was a drummer, and he's like, again, kind of like he said to me, he's like, no, you're not a drummer. Everybody plays drums. You're a singer.
Yep.
And so, yeah, he's the one that taught me how to sing properly and keep a voice, night
Healthy.
after night, and being able to scream. He's like, do you think you can scream for 3 hours and keep your voice? I'm like, well, nobody can. He's like, yeah, you can. A baby can scream for 3 hours on a flight and he doesn't lose his voice.
Yep.
He's like, you know why? Because he's doing it properly.
That's true.
So yeah. So he was extremely instrumental, and yeah, he worked with Sawyer Brown and Robert Mason, he was the Lynch Mob guy, and now he's in Warrant. And it's kind of funny when I was visiting my parents in California right after Brass Kitten broke up. So this is 92 going into 93.
Right.
And he calls me up and he goes, hey, would you be interested in singing for Warrant? And I'm like, what? And I said, what about Janie Lane? He's like, he's quitting. And I'm like, I don't know. I said, let me think about it. And he's like, what? He's like, why? And I said, well, I just came out to California to hang with my parents and Jolene. We wanted to see if we want to move out here. And I was kind of putting music on the back burner, kind of moving to the next stage to see what that is. And honestly, I don't want to be known. Warrant just had 2 hit records. I don't want to be known as a guy that killed the band.
Sure.
Because the singer's the one guy you really can't replace. I mean, bands the only band that really did it was Van Halen.
Yeah, that was really.
And that was a hard sell.
Well, because it was a completely different band.
Exactly.
They didn't stay Van Halen. They were the new.
Well, and think about it. I mean, Gary Cherone was the guy that everybody accused of killing Van Halen, because when Sammy left, they brought Gary Cherone, and he was incredible,
phenomenal singer.
He's a great singer.
Yeah.
So where did
Black Sabbath too? Yeah.
Where did the name Brass Kitten come from? Because that sounds like a chastity belt for a virgin.
How the name Brass Kitten came from? It was named that when I joined the band,
right? But it was already there
when Brass Kitten was an ARM band that Pat started to manage, and they didn't. The name of the band was called Second Floor. Why?
Second Floor.
I have no idea why. John or Sid or Kier could tell you, but they're like, we can't sell that. You need to have a band like a name like White Lion, or and they started rattling off all these bands that are out, these cheesy names that are out.
Buster Hyman and the Penetrators.
And some guy goes, and Brass Kitten, and the guy's like, who's Brass Kitten? He's like, I don't know. I just thought. I'm like, let's use that. So that's basically
awesome.
how it came
I mean,
about.
it's like Pretty Boy Floyd, Ugly Kid Joe. And they were friends with the guys from, and they just named a band. It's like,
what was the famous female rock band from Minneapolis?
Vixen.
Back in that day too.
Vixen.
Exactly. Vixen. So I'm thinking like Brax, Nixon, Brass Kitten.
Vixen, So that's how that came about. But
about 2 hours ago, I thought you were actually the lead singer of that band, and I had to read the bio, and then I was like, "Oh shit, it's not that guy."
Vixen.
So today, how many?
Vixen, Brass Kitten.
Well, now
whatever.
the singer is now a golf pro. I mean, a Vixen. She's
really
she's a female.
She's killing it on the PGA.
She is.
WPGA?
Yeah.
LPGA?
That's amazing.
Whatever.
I didn't know that.
Amazing.
So how many bands have you been in altogether?
I've been in a number of bands. Cover
Bonnie
bands over
Blue
the years,
kind of numbers here.
But
Bonnie Blue.
cover bands. I was in a band called Canine Zowie forever, and we were a variety band.
Wait, Brass Kitten?
So Brass Kitten was the first one.
Yep.
Then when Brass Kitten broke up, then I joined. Oh, to finish the Warrant story.
Yeah, please.
Ron calls me back. He's like, "Don't worry about it. Janie Lane's going to come back and do the next record." And that was the Machine Gun record. Is that what it's called?
Oh,
Machine
yeah,
Gun?
yeah.
And it didn't do very well. Anyway, so I'm
so
like, yeah, I would have been known as the guy that.
Yeah.
Didn't-
He didn't last very
Allegedly.
long after that album anyway, so unfortunately.
Anyway, so back so the Canine Zowie was a cover band that we did. We tried to do stuff that nobody else did. We were doing Toto, and we were doing like all the super group stuff, and everybody in the band sang, and we had 3 guitar players, a keyboard, Joe could play like every instrument, and it was probably the most musically gifted band that I have played in, maybe until now with this. I'll get to that in a second, but that was a lot of fun. And then
what are the years? So Brass Kitten was in the beginning in the late 80s,
like 89 to 90 through 92, and then Canine Zowie I think would have been 93 till early mid 2000s probably. I left when we had our first son, and I left so that had been 2002. So I quit in 2002. They kept going for a couple years, and then killed it. But then after that, it was.
So you were out for a while when you had your first kid.
Yep. Then it would have been Zed Leplin. I came back in and joined that band for a little bit, and then
That was 2000 and.
that would have been 2008 or 9.
Yeah, it's
9 to 11 or 12.
It was closer to 9,
something like
probably.
that.
Yeah.
And then I played with Arch Allies for a little bit. They're kind of a local tribute band, and I wasn't with them too long. I never joined the band, but their regular singer got in a car accident, and so Kevin called me to fill in for a month or 6 weeks or something like that. And every once in a while I'll do like a fill-in show for them. But then after that we did a Bon Jovi tribute band. And I don't like doing tribute bands, and we got the Bon Jovi thing back going again.
And that was Shot Through the Heart, right? Okay.
Right. But the thing is I mean, they're the only bands that get paid. Like we go out and do our original thing.
Sure.
It's like,
Oh yeah.
you don't get paid any money.
Even in Sacramento, we have like what's the Chris Vox's band, Hairball. We have a Hairball band here.
Yeah.
And they draw like a mother.
Absolutely.
Well, it's like
Zed Leplin does really well too.
They're kind of they're still doing
niche.
fine, but it's kind
you're
of
not going to draw
tired.
the 55-year-old chick.
Is there a Pink
show,
Floyd tribute band too?
There is one. I forget what they're called.